Welcome to Viva New Mexico. I'm your host, Jamie B. Joining us today is the multi-talented artist, drawing from his diverse background in music, baking, acting, filmmaking, and stand-up comedy. Delmone Taylor, thanks for stopping by the studios, buddy.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You bet. So how does your experiences in acting and filmmaking influence the way you arrange and produce your music?
Oh, I should have read these questions better. You actually do have a baby-making voice. Teresa was right. I can't look at you in the eyes.
No.
Actually, it is. I try to keep it separate, not unless somebody forces me to intermingle them. I like to think that I'm an accomplished musician, but I am a rookie at this filmmaking, and so I've been trying to really learn from all my other filmmaking friends on how they do their shots and learning lenses and camera angles, and it really I haven't gotten experienced enough in the filmmaking to think that I can just pull my music in. But when it comes to actual production and stuff, the editing is the precisionness and the perfectionist and the attention to details that has really crossed over from the editing side.
Who's been helping you in the film area?
I had Mike C. Mike Carpenter is my mentor when it comes to production and stage and everything. He was the main member of Z-Look band back in the days, the New Jack Swing band out of L.A., Riverside, and he's got over 6,000 songs, pieces on TV and film right now.
That's incredible.
And so he was on top of the Billboard a couple times back when he was doing his music, and then we were in a band together. So I would just are you teaching anybody? Like, you're a master.
You're like a sponge.
Yeah, he worked on Michael Jackson's History album. He's done a ton of celebrities. We're always just sitting down. I'm always recording his his stories. It's like, oh, funny thing about that, and he starts talking. I'm like, ooh, record.
Yeah.
He's been the main guy, but like even with my stand-up comedy, Sinbad saw me on stage. I helped him get an endorsement with his in-air company, West Tone, and then we just became really good friends. And he's like, why aren't you on? You're doing great on stage. You have great improv comedy. Why aren't you like doing stand-up? So you can get on a comedy series, because they only hire stand-up comedians to do comedy. So I'm like, well, I was trying to get hired on film, and nobody would hire me because I'm half black and half Asian, and I'm never black enough or I'm never Asian enough. Everybody's so racist.
They are. It's a racist state. It's a racist country we live in.
Yeah. So they apparently they don't take heed to some of these races actually sleep with each other and have babies. And not everybody is, most of the country is mixed race.
It is.
That's what this whole melting pot of a country is all about. But when it comes to the film industry, they don't respect that. So in music, they say there are no famous cover bands, right?
Right.
So if Bruno Mars is not gonna pick you up in his band, you're allowed to make your own music. You can write a song, record it, and put it out. So I've taken that. I guess that's the main crossover, is instead of waiting for somebody to hire me as an actor, I'll just make my own films. So I bought 3 Blackmagic Minis, and I bought all the audio gear, and I got a ton of friends that aren't in the union that like, hey, let's just make our own stuff.
On the job training, that's the best way to do it.
Just like this, make our own pasta. We had our own TV show called The After Party with Stephen Michael Quesada. It just started off as just a little local thing, and then ended up, we went to the CW, and then ended up being NBC, and then we ended up being the number one show after Saturday Night Live on NBC.
That's awesome.
You can always start something of your own and keep promoting it. You never know, it can blow up bigger than you can ever imagine.
What's your ultimate goal when connecting with an audience on stage compared to directing them on screen?
Ooh. You remember when we were playing sports as kids?
Yeah.
And coach would be like, you got to kill him. You got to take him out. Like, sweep the leg, And then, like, defense on 3 or kill him on 3. Like, kill him. Like, And then you'd get ready to run out. Wait. Come back. I forgot to tell you. Everybody, don't forget to have fun.
Have fun.
This is entertainment, whether it's music, comedy, movies, TV. On set, I've learned that people have forgot. Well, a lot of these people that are making films never played any sports, so they didn't get that speech. But this is the world of entertainment. This is supposed to be fun.
It is supposed to be fun.
This is a dream job. I don't care if you're a gaffer or a boom op or a director or an actor. Like, this is all supposed to be fun. So it doesn't matter, even if it's a crying scene. Like, I want you to have fun with it. Make it fun. Yeah. Enjoy the sadness in it, because we're connecting with people that whoever's going to see this or listen to the music. It's not about what you're putting out. It's about what people are taking in. And if you can get somebody to relate to your art form and what you're putting out, your job, even if it's the lighting or the gaffing, you're shadowing or something like that, you're giving it that mood to put the viewer into that space to understand the story. Because
absolutely,
a picture's worth 1,000 words. The video,
crazy.
It's the Martin Luther King speech, right?
Yeah.
It's all about having fun.
Does your songwriting process start with a specific narrative or a visual concept in mind?
Yeah, it's called desperation. We got to eat. No, that's what I loved about being in the band and being in a touring band as an international touring musician is the hang. Being on the bus. The best times are being on the bus and nobody's there. Like with the James Douglas show, we didn't have a radio, we didn't have a boom box, we didn't have a TV for like 12 years.
Damn.
So it was, James always hated me because he'd be sleeping and then everybody would be laughing. He was like, "Oh, Delmone must be awake," because we're always making jokes, we're always making spin-off songs, like changing up lyrics and beatboxing, and we're banging on stuff or whatever. And Mark would be up the front driving, singing. And just good times of just messing around.
Sounds like you have a passion for that comedy rapper.
We'll see. Yeah, if the goal now is to be the next Weird Al Yankovic. I toured with Digital Underground and with Money B, and I love hype, man. I love getting people jumping. 50,000 people jumping up and down. You get a mic in your hand, you tell them to put their hands up, they do it, wave them side to side, they do it. Now jump, now scream. I'm like, wow, there's a lot of power in this. But you get like the freestyle raps or the battle rappers or something like that, and they're great, and they're gangster rappers and all that kind of stuff. But man, all my stuff is funny. I just naturally go to humor.
Just like making people laugh.
We're entertainers. I like entertaining.
Yeah, absolutely. Getting off topic of music, baking requires exact science and sensory creativity. How does the precision of a recipe compare to the improvisation required in music or acting?
Improv is everything.
Yeah.
Because I started this gluten-free vegan snack company. I beat cancer holistically. It took me like 7.5 years.
Congratulations.
Oh, thanks. Yeah. And it was liver disease, leaky gut syndrome, candida overload. It was all just gut problems, right? And I don't have any kids. I'm not married. I'm adopted, so I don't have any family. So I was perfectly fine just dying, and just dying on top of the hill, all happy.
What changed your mind?
God brought me all the way down to my lowest point, and I thought he was going to kill me, and he just left me there. It's like, no, you're not done. I'm like, please kill me. Like,
time to pick yourself up.
Yeah, just like sitting a couple years in bed, just gupping like a fish, and it just, death, like the Grim Reaper was just sitting there in the corner of my room for about 1.5 years. I just thought he was going to take me, and he just never took me.
Well, I'm glad you're here to share your story, man.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's good to be here through all of this tragedy that's going around the world. Like, yay!
We could get onto that.
Thank God I survived for all this. But no, it was, he brought me down to my lowest point, and I was like, well, I can't eat anything. I can't do anything. I was struggling with everything. And I'm like, okay, well, I got to find food that I can eat, and I can't eat any of this stuff. And I got a big sweet tooth. I can eat
You and I both,
broccoli
buddy.
and chicken.
Yeah.
But there's right when you're done, you can portion control and all that. But when you're done eating your meal, you just have this one little spot right here that's still hungry. And like you try to eat one Oreo cookie.
No.
And they put those chemicals in it that you cannot
Not anymore.
eat
Yeah.
one Oreo
Used to eat them
cookie.
when I was young.
I can eat a whole row of Oreo cookies.
Yeah.
But said I got to find something, and I'm great in the kitchen.
Oh, that's great.
Let me just make my own stuff. And I started researching everything, and I'm like, oh, I can't find any. I'm looking at the Oreos and how do they make Oreos, and the last 7 ingredients are chemicals, right?
That's
This stuff's not made in the kitchen. This stuff's made in the laboratory.
Frankenfood.
Right. So, because where are you going to buy sodium bicarbonate? I can't buy that.
Can't pronounce half of it.
Where is this? Phosphorus mosnagadus. That's not on aisle 7 at Walmart. So, what can I make where these are all real ingredients that I can buy at Sprouts and put it into like my brownies, and they're edible and I know what's in it, and they taste good, because vegan food tastes terrible. Like gluten-free food tastes terrible.
Yeah, you have to jazz it up.
Yeah. And they said just put sugar on it. I was like, well, sugar, too much sugar or something, it doesn't mask everything, you know? So I didn't want to get diabetes. It's like, all right, I traded the cancer for diabetes. It's like, yes.
Yeah.
So I came up with these snacks, and I thought it was going to happen overnight. No, it's taken me about 6 months to get these recipes down.
It's worth it.
I think that's one of my callings now is, I can touch more people through food than I can with music or film, because there's so many people with celiac disease or Crohn's disease or diabetes that are just struggling, or have to be vegan or have to be gluten-free. I can help that. And I talk to all the bakeries around town, and the rules are that if you're going to make something gluten-free, you have to clean the whole kitchen, or nut allergies. You got to clean the whole kitchen. It's like, well, my kitchen has no nuts, no flour, all of my stuff is gluten-free. All of my stuff is vegan. I don't even have butter in the kitchen. So, I'm moving in that lane, and I didn't know how hard it was going to be. And the bakers, all my baker friends are like, yeah, why aren't you doing it?
You have no idea.
It sucks, man.
Yeah, you have no idea what you're doing.
But I like it now. I love it.
Good. Do you find that baking serves as a meditative break from your art, or does it spark new ideas for your filmmaking and music?
It is, yes, because I'm making Gene. So I got my Munch Moose, and I got like a theme song for him, and I've always done jingles, so I like being able to cross that over. But it has definitely strengthened my entrepreneurship in learning more about business. And I was always the contract guy, because there's these labels will give you a 40-page contract and be like, just sign it. Like, oh no, it only takes one word to say Delmone will get paid $50,000 or Delmone will pay $50,000, and they try to hide that in page 37, and so it's helped me to learn how to write grants and write press releases and understand more about the business side, how to invest, how to micromanage my money and budget, and so
that part of the business. Yeah,
I've always been that guy to make sure that we're always going to be okay. And now that I'm doing it for myself, it's really helped out a lot.
Great. Have you ever created a signature bake inspired by one of your musical tracks or a character you played?
No, but my Munch Moose, like my
Moose?
nickname was Moose back in because I used to beat up bullies. I got my black belt when I was 10.
Wow, that's impressive.
I got to train with all kind of Steven Seagal, Jean-Claude Van Damme, Ernie Reyes Jr., even Ernie Shavers, the boxer. We had one of the top dojos in the nation. Just happened to be in Alaska. So I beat up bullies, and when I found out one of my best friends, was getting beat up by the big bully in school, he was a 6th grader. He's picking on us in 2nd grade. I came running around the corner, and they were like, "Oh, here comes Delmone's coming!" And I did just like flying dragon kick, and beat him up. He was like 6'2". The teachers were scared of him. He was a big 6th grader. And so my friend was like, "Oh man, you came around the corner like a mama moose." So that was like my nickname, Mama
That's
Moose, for the
Mama
long.
Moose.
I'm like, don't call me Mama Moose, man. I don't want to be Mama Moose. So then they shortened it to Moose. And in elementary school, like my little crew of friends call me Moose. So now that's the story behind my baking company. It's Bone Rocks. Like my name's Delmone. Moan. I rock the stage. So Moan Rocks, Munch Ease. Like Doritos Lay's has the Munchies, you know. But mine is Munch Dash Ease. Like it's easy on your stomach because they're gluten free and vegan. And so my Munch Moose couldn't find any food, good snacks in Alaska. So he found out they were hiding all the good snacks on the dark side of the moon. So he went to the moon.
That's a great story.
Stole the munchies and brought them back to planet Earth. So my munchies are snacks that taste out of this world.
That's great.
So the marketing and the music and all of that, I'm bringing into the baking side, learning with all my business knowledge and marketing and promotion knowledge. That's where it's coming from. Now with AI, I can make my own logos and
Absolutely.
make a website, and it's bringing me to a whole nother world of being able to sustain a few businesses by myself and not have to hire a bunch of professionals.
Yeah.
To that, because that's what happens. Like the investors always want to take over. You have a good idea, and then they want to take control just because they're giving you the money. Like, I don't care about the money. I've never cared about the money.
Yeah.
I've always gotten everything for free. Right now, I'm the most endorsed saxophone player in the world. Like, that's been my whole reason why I've been able to play.
Alto, baritone,
Everything.
everything.
Clarinet, flute.
Wow.
I got 2 electric saxophones. Like,
Damn.
thank you, Rowan. Appreciate it. Shout out to Kim Saxophone. I got a ton of endorsements. Even with McDonald's. I'm not sworn to say, but like we were sponsored by McDonald's, and I'm loving it. That was James Douglas and Mike C. and Marco Nunez is the one that made that happen. But if you look on Wikipedia, you got all these people, Pharrell and a couple other people are trying to claim that they did it, but they signed an NDA. I didn't have to sign the NDA because I had just got into the band. But the truth be told is that the first "I'm Loving It" campaign was sung by James Douglas for a radio ad that was only supposed to be a one-off, and since the contract was, instead of paying us a big portion, they paid for an album that they didn't want McDonald's to own the album or our originals. So they did one original, and then we brought in 18 other bands of our homies to put on it. And then we just threw those out into the crowd. But everybody knows, remember that the James Douglas Show van, we had 2 vans that had everybody's faces on it. They wrapped our van. McDonald's was sponsored on it. They gave us 5 books of coupons. So of everything on the menu. So free small fry, free medium fry, free large fry, free nuggets, 6-piece, 10-piece, 12-piece, 30-piece. Everything that was on the menu, we had like 20 coupons of each thing. And we've been sponsored by so many things: Benny Keith Foods, JetBlue Airlines. We were the first endorsers for Beats by Dre. They gave us the little pill, the Beats pill.
Yeah.
We were the first for like a year to ever have those things. So I've been able to take that kind of business, and now I'm putting it into my career of different businesses that I'm running now, and it's all working.
It is. Sounds like it is.
I'm trying.
Yeah, you're doing
I'm putting
great.
it into the film stuff too to help New Mexico film.
Yeah.
Because I don't understand why the filmmakers put all of this work into film. They get 300 people to help, and then once it's all done and we're ready to put it out, it doesn't make, Century real. So what are you guys going to do with it? How are you going to make money? How are you going to pay back these investors that you spent, $50,000 on?
Yeah.
They're like, oh, well, we put it in a couple festivals and, it didn't do anything. I was like, well, why don't you do it at somebody's house and charge people $5, $10 to come into the house, provide food, they watch the movie, you make a couple $100.
Do it that way.
Do an interview with the star and the director, and you do a Q&A. oh, that's a great idea. I'm like, oh God, you don't have to have a film and actor festival in order to do this. You're not getting paid for that. But
Yeah.
let's make some money.
Let's make some money.
Viva New Mexico Indies.
Yeah. Even the Mexico Indies. How does your musical ear help you find the rhythm and voice of some of the characters you portray when you're acting?
Well, I'm a voice actor. I got like over 34 voices that I can do.
That's great.
So
Can
I've
you
always-
do one
Uh,
on the fly?
It's like, what's on my demo? Like, they tried to arrest me for these 3 little pigs, and I was trying to say that these pigs are trying to steal from me. I'm not no criminal. Like, man, you heard about the pigs, right?
Oh, that's good.
Pig. Oh, that is fake news.
That is fantastic, man. Good stuff, man.
I do accents like, shut that hole in your face, young laddie. I can go all day. I can't do impressions, but I do have a bunch of different voices.
Cool. Transitioning from being the one behind the camera, filmmaking, to being in front requires a lot of trust. How do you navigate that shift?
Trusting in, like, you're talking about everybody else that's working on
Yeah.
it. I don't. I trust nobody. That's why we have take 2, take 3,
take
75.
Yeah. There you go.
That's what's cool about the film world is if it's not right, we can always say cut, redirect them, and do it again. I am learning and meeting so many different people that I'm finding out have so much talent and know how to make these films and are so great and knowledgeable at their job that I feel like I'm the rookie coming in. I'm great at herding and cattling in people, especially talent. But when it comes to, hey, that's the director, I let them go.
Yeah.
Hey, you're the grip. I don't even know what a grip does. You grip it up, brother. You kung fu grip it all the way. I don't. I know craft service. That's where I hang out at. You don't have a choice, and I don't like people micromanaging me on my job. Don't tell me how to play saxophone. I won't tell you how to produce.
Yeah.
So no, I don't trust anybody. But if that's the job that you want to do, well, damn it, you better do it well.
Yeah.
Because
Best of your ability.
I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah. You have a strong background in music. How important are background scores and soundscapes in your films or in your life?
No, in New Mexico, everybody will say it's not important. Nobody cares about audio until they hear see their film and hear it and go, Delmone, this sucks. Can you help us? Can you fix it? And then they bring it to me. I'm like, how did you record this? Like, it sounds like you put your iPhone on a selfie stick. It's like, how'd you know? I'm like, what? So you bought a $15,000 camera.
Yeah.
You bought a Red, right, to film it, but you didn't buy even a microphone?
You
could have bought a 57 down at Lessman's.
Right.
And put it on a broomstick. Like, come on. But they even in the credits on films, like I did a feature film, Coyote Cage, and audio mix, like post like ADR and like mixing and Foley and all that. They put 200 names in front of mine, but I'm the only one that worked 16 months on it with the director, like fixing up the audio. And I don't understand why the guy Michael Tioli, he did the music, and he's phenomenal. No, I understand why his name is like the 4th name
on
that's
the
mentioned,
credits,
music by Michael Tioli. But why isn't the person that actually mixed all of it and put his music in there and placed it and made sure that the dialogue and the Foley and the sound design and even the ADR, I had to work. Look, the Spanish parts on there, the actors weren't the actual voices. We brought in better Spanish speaking voices to overdub it.
Yeah.
That was all me. At the end of the day, I'm the last one to touch the film to make sure that all of this comes together.
Why are you getting credit for it? Yeah.
Not just me, but why isn't anybody that is doing the audio at the end, like you can listen to a whole movie, and you can get the whole gist of what happened. You might not be able to see the action or, but you can feel it. It can put you there, especially if the sound design is right. But if you watch a movie on mute, you can't. Yeah. Nobody watches a movie on mute.
No.
You can listen to a baseball game without being there. You can listen to a movie. You can listen to a TV show. But you can't watch anything on mute. And there's no love for audio, and I don't understand. So that is what kind of has shifted me from, as much as I would love to help save the New Mexico film, like if you don't give any respect to the audio guys, nobody's gonna want to do audio, and that's why audio in New Mexico film is trash. On a general basis, is because nobody's getting any rightful due on the credit. And it's way more work, especially post audio.
Yeah,
you're sitting there for a couple months where it's more fun to just be on set. So I'd rather just hold a boom mic on set and then here, take this trash audio. Like, who did this? I don't know. And I can go off and move on to the next film and have fun on set and meet actors and get craft service instead of just, I'm sitting in my studio by myself doing the Foley, doing the sound design, doing the ADR, mixing it, like correcting it. Like, oh, what is that tick in the background? Oh, is that an airplane? How do I pull that out?
Yeah.
And without that, if we're doing a country western piece and you got an airplane flying over,
that's normal,
and that's the only take we got. How do you take the airplane out of the DSA?
You leave it in.
That's the talent. That's where if we don't get that out, well then the whole movie shot over this one scene, and that person is mentioned in 200. They're mentioned background actors and stuff.
Wow.
Like, that's crazy. I don't understand.
Since you write, direct, perform, and produce, how do you keep a cohesive vision across all your creative mediums?
I don't. I wish I could. That's a juggling act, and I never learned how to juggle. So it's kind of just, it is where you see a fire and you put it out, right? But there's 50 fires, so you just try to put out the biggest one. Or if there's a small one right there, I try to stamp that one out. And then, you get tired of that, and I just want to bake some cookies right now.
Bake some cookies.
I don't. There is no. I don't have a system yet because I think I'm so new to having to juggle everything. I was perfectly fine. I made a whole career by wearing black, sitting in the back, and just playing my saxophone. Give me a solo every 5 songs and I'll be happy. But my marketing and business, like I had over 870,000 friends on MySpace. And
MySpace goes way back.
Yeah, they killed it in one day overnight.
Wow.
Like we just couldn't log in, and I lost all of that. And so it's like, this sucked. I didn't get to transfer that over. They split it all up because musicians had too much power. We don't follow a script. We have a mic and 50,000 people will show up because we have our own originals. So even the monsters of Hollywood, they try to tell us what to do, and we go, no, I don't have to do what you say. Like actors, they follow a script. Like politicians and news reporters and all, and they follow a script. But musicians, you can't control us.
Yeah.
So they hate us. So when it came time to, like when Marco passed away, Mike C got cancer. Like I've lost over 100 people since quarantine. Like now I have to do all of this by myself. I never wanted to even do music. I don't want to do any of this stuff. So now I'm just trying to figure out where, with all the skills that I have, where do I fit in? I'll just help there. And now it's kind of coming to the point where no matter which room I walk into, I know more than everybody else because I've been doing this almost 40 years.
Damn.
I started as a road musician when I was 7 years old. But I started my first snow shoveling business when I was 9. And I bought my first house when I was 16. And I got a college degree, and I've toured all over the world. I've toured all 50 states. I've played almost 5,000 shows. I've done 16 countries. So I just have more experience. They say experience is the best teacher. Well, now I got 60-year-old and 70-year-old people on set, and they're asking me, how do you do this? And I'm like, so you telling me I'm the leader of all this? Like, the cops come in and say, who's in charge? I'm like, I don't know. And like, are you guys pointing at me? I'm not in charge. This is not even my set. But people are trusting me more with the technicalities of everything. So now I'm being forced to learn how to juggle all of this stuff because I have so many people that are professionals in that field, but just don't know how to do anything else. I'm like, all right, here, you come here, you come here, you come here. We're gonna have a meeting. That's how I juggle it. I get my friends that are badasses in what they do, and we sit down and they teach me.
Collaborate.
Right. I talk a lot, but I'm an entertainer, so
Yeah.
they say the quietest room is the smartest one, the most dangerous one. I was like, oh, you haven't met a true entertainer, because like while I'm playing and jumping around, I'm watching the crowd. You know, like my fool's gold is I'm yapping, just watching everybody else to see how they respond. And the people that respond best to me, I know how to pick them out and make a good team. So I let them juggle. So instead of me juggling everything, I got their hands with me. So it's like, all right, you throw that one now. You throw that one. I was like, I'm kind of more just directing and letting them shine. And nobody even knows. That's why nobody really even knows who I am, because I let everybody else.
Well, they're going to start to know.
No, I don't want any. Don't tell anybody about this interview.
You mentioned earlier that you're getting into stand-up comedy. What sparked that interest?
Sinbad.
Sinbad did?
Sinbad did. Well, even on the I've always been the class clown. I was always getting in trouble as a kid. Like, I would disappear somewhere, and my parents were like, "Where's Delmone?" And then you hear a group of adults laughing, and I'm over there in the circle telling my dirty jokes. You know? Like, don't tell my mom. Oh shit, here she comes. You know, everybody run. So, like, you know, you get teachers when you're a kid say, what do you think, you're a comedian? Like, well, you can't just, you're not going to do anything in life, you know, being a loudmouth and all that. I'm like, well, I could be an entertainer. Yeah. And well, that's what happened. I'm good at it. And we used to go to this thing called NAM Show, and we got voted best booth of NAM Show like 6 years straight. And we'd have all these celebrities come in and sit in with us. So it became like a deal that when you go to NAM Show, you got to go check out the JDS, man. They're letting everybody sit in. You get an in-ear monitor endorsement, because they were the best in-ear monitors on the market at the time. So Sinbad was walking up, and I was like, "Oh, Sinbad, he's my favorite comedian.
He's an awesome guy.
It's easy to cuss and be funny, but he can be that funny and never cuss." Oh, that was, as a kid, he was like one of the only comedians I could listen to. I get in trouble listening to Eddie Murphy, Richard Pryor, and, you know, like Robin Harris.
Red Fox.
Red Fox, right? But,
yeah.
You know, Sam Kinison, George Carlin. I was getting in trouble with all those guys. Yeah. But Sinbad, I could listen to his whole album with my mom and dad, and they loved it. So when I saw him walking up, what do I say? Sinbad, do you have an in-ear endorsement? I don't even know if you need it, but I can get you one. And got him the endorsement. We became friends. And before his stroke, he was helping me with my podcast. He was helping me like put together some jokes and giving me the confidence, because it's like, look, I see you freestyle rapping or changing the raps on the fly to put the company's name in it. And, you know, I'm promoting the product, like during like breaks or solos. I'm telling people about the products and, you know, what they do, how the highs and mids and stuff. So you're great on stage. You can improv well. Why you want to be an actor? Why aren't you doing stand up? Yeah, you're funny. I don't
kind of pushed you.
Well, I'm funny when I have my whole band with me. Yeah, because I know if I can make them laugh when we're together, then, you know, 3 months at a time,
you feel comfortable doing that.
Yeah, I know that it's funny, and well, I was forced to do it because. You know, Zach would say, I broke a string, you know, stall for 6 minutes. I'm like, stall for 6 minutes on stage? No, let's take a break. All right, whatever. Hey, what's up, everybody? You know, and because, you know, you can't lose the contract. You can do that kind of stuff in New Mexico, but you go to L.A. or New York or do something big, and you're on the Jumbotron, like you'll get booed. I don't know if anybody out there's been booed, but it sucks. They start throwing stuff at you. It's
Not a good feeling.
It's bad. But now that I've gotten into it, always telling jokes in between songs, and well, all my bands are broken up, and I've gone solo. I have to get more comfortable doing like being on stage by myself. And I got a whole act. My music act is all solo now, so it'd be better to just get practice if I just like bite the bullet, just go do stand up and get comfortable with that. And then when it comes time to being able to mix my music in, it'll be an easy transition. And it's been great. I just had a meeting with Kurt Fletcher a couple days ago. He's my favorite local comedian, and I had him dying on my first 5 minutes. I was like, yes, this is gonna work.
Yeah.
So I'm working on my clean set, and next week we're gonna go out and hit a couple open mics, and I'm gonna pop my cherry and see how it works.
Where you performing?
I'm not gonna say.
Okay, he's not gonna say. All right, that's fine.
I don't want a bunch of
Link in the
people.
description. We're gonna put the link in the description.
Yeah, we're gonna put the link.
But yeah, put the link. I don't know.com.
I don't know.com. That's a good one.
When I get a couple under me, I'll put it out.
Make
there.
sure you let us know so we can spread the word.
I will. It's
Yeah.
that's one of the things about New Mexico comedy scene. It has blossomed since Laughs, and now there are like almost 2 a night from Tuesday to Friday of open mic nights, where you can go and get some open mic work in.
Experience.
So I'll hop around and go check those out. And
Awesome.
like if you catch me, you catch me. But as far as right now,
I'm gonna follow you, dude.
well, I have my social media. I only have Facebook and Instagram, and I'm not really on there anymore. Because like I said, once I had the 900,000 on MySpace, I was on it 10 to 14 hours a day.
Yeah.
It sucked. I don't like doing social media too much anymore. But I do, and it's fun. It's cool. But it's mostly just mostly my friends and family, and in entertainment, the first people that won't support you is your friends and family.
Yeah.
So I don't really put too much entertainment stuff up there. I'm not really. If you have my phone number, you can get a hold of me. But my website is coming up. For
What
my
is
baking.
it? What is it?
That one is moanrocksmunchies.com. And then I'll probably have like the saxophone Delmone web.com. I have all the domains like bought and just chilling. You look it all up
just
and it goes, this website's under construction. It's been under construction for 5 years. And I got to start a TikTok.
Yeah, you got to get on TikTok. That's huge now.
I'm hearing that a lot.
Yeah.
It's great. I've never really needed to market like that. I'm from the old school. Like I watched the old school guys did it, and
Word of mouth. Venue
there weren't
to
even
venue.
cell phones back then. So
No.
and they were completely successful doing all of that stuff. So I've learned from the old school way of how to promote and how to like the power of 1,000 fans.
Yeah.
All you need is 1,000 fans to spend $100 on you a year. That's $100,000.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that. I just need more merch. Everybody else trying to be famous and all that. I was like, I've been famous. It's not fun. It sucks.
Yeah.
Like when the celebrities got to go and everybody's hounding them and like, hey, we're going to dinner. Like, oh, we got to do these drops for the radio station, and then we're going to the news station. We're doing interviews, and I was like, okay, we'll see you later, but we're gonna go have fun. I'd rather just be able to hang out. That's why I live in New Mexico. Like I do great in LA. I'm a way bigger star in LA than in New Mexico. But when I come here, nobody cares. Like Janet Jackson did a concert out here.
Yeah.
And she did 40 cities?
Yeah.
And this is the only place she didn't sell out?
Yeah.
She was so mad. She said she'll never come to New Mexico again.
Yeah.
Like I get it because nobody
get it.
cares.
Yeah.
Like even your grandma won't show up to a show in New Mexico. They don't care. They're like, I don't care who you are. Take out the trash. So it's nice. I don't bother anybody. Nobody bothers me. I can come here and just chill and write and do my thing and do what I want to do. I love that.
That's awesome.
I love New Mexico.
Is there anything you'd like to share that I may have overlooked?
Save the whales. I don't. What? No, I don't. My music. I'll be dropping some more music here real soon.
Good.
I've I just worked on like 4 different short films. So if you ever need any help with audio, on set or post, I'm here to help. My snacks, my gluten-free and vegan snacks, Moan Rocks Munchies, will be hitting. I just got a cottage license, so I'll only be able to sell in New Mexico. For anybody that's outside, I do have a commercial kitchen that I'll be working with later, but those I have brownies, I got chocolate cake bites, I've got these.
We just had some of those chocolate cake bites, and they're delicious.
Yeah, thank you, man. I appreciate it, man.
Gluten-free, which I've been baking myself, gluten-free now. It's much better for you.
Oh, thanks. And they're vegan too. They're gluten-free and vegan, so
Delicious.
no eggs, no butter, no meat. There's no meat in my brownies.
No meat.
But no milk. I'm using like almond milk. You can buy all my ingredients at Sprouts. Nutmeg is my last ingredient in a lot of these. I have cranberry bites. It's like cranberry and tangerine. I got banana bread bites. I just learned how to do like a vegan cream. So like on my banana bread, you bite into it and like this white gooey cream shoots in your mouth like a small. Like, I'm working on it. Because you see all these bakers, they got awesome bakers out here, and you see the just the presentation. I'm like, oh man, this should be on Iron Chef. Like, you guys are amazing. And then I got my little plain little brownies coming out. I'm like, oh, looks like a 3rd grade bake sale. I'm like, no, until they taste them and go, oh, these are gluten free and vegan. Well, I'm trying to dress it up and make it look cool. So that'll be coming out. My stand up comedy is I'll be, hopefully, if people actually laugh at my jokes, I got a couple of ends at Hyenas and Quesada nightclub. Steve's my friend. I did 100 episodes with him on NBC.
I love him, man.
That's how I got into it. Yeah. I was his onstage heckler.
On-stage heckler.
Yeah, because I was in the band. We had the house band, and then me and him had the same. We shared green rooms, dressing rooms. So he would show up and not even have his monologue written. I'm like, we're shooting 3 shows today, and you don't have one monologue?
It's all on top of his head.
And we'd sit back there and write together. And I'm like, all right, well, when you say this, I'll say this, and then we'll kind of riff off of that. It got some good laughs. So that's thank you, Steven. Appreciate it. He's been a great staple in
New Mexico. He's been fantastic.
Yeah, he introduced me to all the Breaking Bad people, and they gave me a vote of confidence that hey, I am a little funny. If I just sit down and actually write some stuff out, I can get some good laughs. So that it's my comedy, my baking, my acting. My passion is acting, but everybody sees the sound stuff and they're like, "Oh, well, we'd rather use you on audio."
Back to audio again.
I'm like, I don't want to do the audio.
Yeah.
And then I see the audio guy. He brings out his cell phone again. I'm like, all right, I'll do the sound. But I'm really trying to get some more acting jobs. So if anybody needs a half black, half Korean,
put it out there.
Please write something for me. I'd appreciate it.
Yeah.
But really, anybody that needs any kind of help in entertainment business, that's in like entrepreneurship. Like I ran the fastest growing credit repair company in the nation. I put 7 offices in 6 states in 2 years.
Impressive.
I am trying to show entertainers and people in this entertainment industry how to be able to make it without having a day job. Yeah. It's possible. If this little Korean kid from Alaska making it in New Mexico where everything is dying, if I made it, anybody can make it.
Mm-hmm. One last question for you, Delmone. New Mexico is considered to be the chili capital of the world. What do you prefer, red or green?
What, chili?
Yeah. Of course.
Texas chili?
No, Texas
chili con carne? Okay, it's New Mexico.
Red or green?
Green cannabis chili.
All right.
No, I'm joking. I am split. It's not Christmas. It's just depending on what we're eating. So I love green chili chicken enchiladas. I love the red chili and carne adobada. I love the red. Oh, I guess I love red enchiladas too. Really, just throw it on in a cup and just put the food
Give
in
it to
there
you.
and I'll just drink it.
All right. I'll take it. I'll take it.
As long as it's not Colorado chili. Let's just be.
Yeah.
Yes.
I've spent a lot of time in Denver and Fort Collins and Springs. Their chili is terrible. So, yeah, and even if I said green chili, as long as it's not Colorado chili, Hatch green chili, Hatch chili, period, that's what I love.
That's a staple.
I love it
there.
all.
All right.
Fat kids got to eat, right?
Fat kids.
Just throw it in there.
You are not fat.
Oh,
You're thick, baby.
I was sick, the cancer and the liver
cancer,
disease.
yeah.
But I was a 7-sport athlete. That's why I came down here to play at UNM.
Wow.
So I'm trying to get my 6-pack back. Ladies, I'll have my 6-pack back soon. And to be a lead guy, to go back to Hollywood, you can't be fat. You know what I mean? You got to be anorexic to get back to
John
Hollywood.
Candy would feel different.
Well, hey, I'm not. It's either be 300 pounds or you got to get 6 packs. My body won't let me get 300 pounds. So.
Yeah. Thank God for that. Yeah.
I don't know. John Candy had a great career.
He did have
I
a good
tried.
career.
I did my best, John. I tried. It just doesn't work.
It's been a pleasure, Delmone. Multi-talented artist, drawing his diverse background of music, baking, acting, filmmaking, and stand-up comedy. Delmone Taylor, thanks for stopping by.
Thank you so
buddy.
much.
It's been a pleasure to meet you,
You as well.
and a delight.
Thanks for the interview.
You bet.
You have a good one. Thanks, y'all. Take care.
For Viva New Mexico, I'm Jamie B.